They call us now, before they drop the bombs. The phone rings and someone who knows my first name calls and says in perfect Arabic, "This is David." And in my stupor of sonic booms and glass, shattering symphonies still smashing around in my head, I think, do I know any Davids in Gaza? They call us now to say, "You have 58 seconds from the end of this message. Your house is next." They think of it as some kind of wartime courtesy. It doesn't matter that there is nowhere to run to. It means nothing that the borders are closed and your papers are worthless and mark you for a life sentence in this prison by the sea, and the alleyways are narrow. And there are more human lives packed one against the other, more than any other place on earth. Just run. We aren't trying to kill you. It doesn't matter that you can't call us back to tell us the people you want aren't in your house. That there's no one here except you and your children, who are cheering for Argentina, sharing the last loaf of bread this week, counting candles lest the power goes out. It doesn't matter that you have children. You live in the wrong place at the wrong time. Now it is your chance to run to nowhere. It doesn't matter that 58 seconds isn't long enough to find your wedding album, or your son's favorite blanket, or your daughter's almost completed college application, or your shoes. Or to gather everyone in the house. It doesn't matter what you had planned. It doesn't matter who you are. Prove you are human. Prove you stand on two legs. Just bombs. Names of the newly bluely lit. Feelings from megaphones. Feet chanting asphalt. Whose streets?
Our street.
Whose streets? Our streets. Whose streets? Our streets. Whose streets? Whose streets? Whose streets? Under no single banner. Gertrude's niece. Still marching. Thank you.
Independence. Sticks. Heads. Sticks. Pedals. Sticks. Pedals. Independence. Sticks. Pedals. Heads. Sticks. Pedals. Heads. Sticks. Pedals. Heads. Drums. Sticks. Pedals. Heads. Cymbals. Heads. Connecting. Sticks. Pedals. Heads. Connecting. Connecting. Energy. Left hand. Right foot. Left hand. Right foot. Right hand, left foot, right hand, left foot, left hand, right foot. Dumping endorphin in bloodstreams. Washing workaday dust away. Jazz drummers are real independent energy. Getting to swing states, 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 getting to swing states that count, getting to swing states that count like threads connecting us all across continents, zip codes, area codes, GPS commands, while news actors crow, energy independence, energy independence, energy independence, energy independence. We are bound, unbound, traveled, untraveled, by imaginary lines, by trillions of threads connecting us, by stunted seasons, droughts, food riots, climate exiles, by a potable, waterless planet, and even selfish settlers, simple-minded men with miniature hearts behind gated communities must pay fracking, attacking, ejaculating Satan's sperm into stolen land, Mother Earth, seeding soil, surface waters, aquifers, with baby Pope Falls, Fukushimas. Livers with cancer cocktails, rocking, attacking, strafing solar panels, bombing windmills, taking out existential geothermal threats, with flaming faucets, exploding wells, earthquakes where there were none before, rocking, attacking, with alligator-armed regulators, embedded politicians, pocket box, butcher soldiers, hijacking science, spinning Hiding truth, guarding frackers' profits, like prophets of clean coal con men, drinking food experimenters, and tobacco thugs. Fracking, attacking. Must we be regulators, taking law into our own hands, charging each frack an assault, declaring wells crime scenes, wrapping them in yellow ribbon, yellow tape, offices, homes, and cars of fracking eco-terrorists. Must we be regulators, declaring their meeting conspiracy, their email evidence, and issuing cease and desist orders, reading, keep your mother fracking fluid out of our aquifers. Subprime schemes, add AIGs, cook books, endless wars, add no bid scams, patriot acts, fraud, ruling elite mixing up a fascist brew now. Wall Street coup. Yeah! Watch out. Run! Beware. Danger is here. or it'll get you. The bush is through. Organize for a fight, or it'll get you. The bush is through. Organize for a fight, or it'll get you. The bush is through. Organize for a fight, or it'll get you. The bush is through. Organize for a fight, or it'll get you. The bush is through. Organize for a fight, or it'll get you. The bush is through. Organize for a fight, or it'll get you. The bush is through. Organize, carved in marble, etched in granite, rich tapestry cut from the same cloth. Nicknames notwithstanding, their name is Legion. Yes, the father of his country, the sage of Monticello, the father of the Constitution, the trustbuster, the great emancipator, the great communicator, old Hickory, old rough and ready, Mr. Missouri, Bubba, the little magician, Slick Willie, Tricky Dick, but lynching Baines Johnson resonated deepest until Jesus Christ came back. Not as an organizer of sleeping car porters rejecting George, not as a socialist speaking truth to lunch bucket crowds in Harlem, not as a pistol-packing terrorist pointing her people at the North Star, not as a bearded old white extremist uncomfortable with slavery, not as a Muslim minister spitting fire at mass murderers posing as victims, not as a Baptist preacher pinning the emperor's clothes on fine lines of love. Jesus Christ came back from a manger on Madison Avenue, slinging slogans and selling snake oil labeled hope from the back of the wizard's wagon. Good Chicago shit. Lincoln, Jesse, Oprah, and other orators hope feeds on for hundreds of years. Jesus Christ came back. Temptation walking the Potomac to beauty's only skin deep, and calibrating his cover story. Rosa sat so Martin could stand, so the state machine could run amok with bloody precision around the planet. Jesus Christ came back. Forgiving thieves and murderers, escaping Calvary with gold aboard Pontius Pilate's helicopter and old Satan's wheelchair. Came back overturning tables in the temple and throwing money changers out with trillions in dollars. Came back teaching men to fish for a tarp multiplying like loaves. Jesus Christ came back, crown prince of peace, though he bore billions for shepherds, beating swords into stock shares. Came with his eye on the sparrow and hand on the throne. Came sending Christian soldiers spreading the gospel of empire ensuring that the meek shall inherit the earth of mass graves he so piously blesses. Jesus Christ came back, blowing smoke about clean coal and nukes, while hurling his green czar under Greyhound wheels and recycling disciples from regimes past, since a rising tide lifts all boats except those of pirates and terrorists who fish and farm when left alone. Jesus Christ came back with a jump shot, crossover, and slick behind the back ball handling skills for pimp-slapping Black Caucus liberal labor apostles who stood on ice crying freeze-dried tears on his warhead and singing obscene songs about the bombs bursting in air and the rocket's red glare as he taunted and tamed them in tongues. Tamp down your expectations, for there are no Negroes, youngsters, or old fools too big to fail. Now, get out there and get my money. Jesus Christ came back as a professor impersonating Iceberg Slim, though his flock swore that they hold his feet to the fire. Is that why his combat boots have lipstick on them? Chevron cauldron of Kool-Aid, bubbling green, fracking fluid for dim-witted monkeys, ready to fly in formation from Philly to the Pentagon. Methane clouds, ghastly skull and bones hovering like a little poison for Monsanto. Don't drink, 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 don't drink. Broomstick by Boeing, lip wax by Lockheed Martin, the wicked witch of the West, gold-plated iron lady, Halliburton hustler, who in a just world would be at The Hague standing trial. Instead, she dances on Goldman Sachs of dark money, her coven cackling. We fudged, we spun, we lied. We came, we saw, he died. We fudged, we spun, we lied. We came, we saw, he died. She covets the crimson combat boots on the commander, who should also be at The Hague. Don't drink, 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 don't drink. She strafes just like a warlord. Yes, she does. She makes war like a warlord. And she takes like a warlord. But she fakes like a Goldwater girl. She plays dominoes with Negroes. Yes, she does. Everybody knows her deadly warrior pose. Everybody except Negroes. Nobody here feels any pain when she splatters a baby's blood and brain. And I must admit that it's time for for me to spit. There is a bomb, boom, 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 in Hillary, boom, boom, boom. Another killing spree, boom. There is a bomb, boom, in Hillary, boom, 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 boom. Maybe World War III. There is a bomb, boom, 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 in Hillary, boom, boom, boom. Keep the wars all going. Boom. There is a bomb, boom, 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 and Hillary, boom, 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 enriching thugs like Boeing. Boom, boom. There is a bomb, boom, and Hillary, boom, 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 women and children die. Boom, boom, there is a bomb, boom, boom, and Hillary, boom, 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 to bleed the people dry. 'Cause she can lie like Cheney, boom, 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 and she can kill like Cali, boom, 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 boom. You wouldn't want to meet her, boom, 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 at midnight in the alley, boom, boom. There is a bomb, boom, boom, and Hillary, boom, 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 another World War III. There is a bomb, boom, boom, and Hillary, boom, 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 the latest killing spree. Boom, boom, there is a bomb, boom, boom, and Hillary, boom, 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 boom. Infantry on feet of celebration, toes polishing hardwood floors with our perspiration.
We are an army of artists, brandishing sticks and brushes, softening up enemies with strokes and notes. Partisans wielding pastels, oils, and acrylics, connecting dots, hitting spots on canvas and paper.
We are an army dukes, counts, birds, pops, militant magi weaving dreams in azure skies, etching prayers in mirrors with our acid tears.
We are an army of artists, asymmetrical warriors, mopping up murals, racing down broken buildings. Enemy combatants crying clear lacquer on contrabases. Snipers shooting sunlight into hearts held hostage by the 1%. Ellingtonia is our time for subdominant dreams. We are an army
Of artists, dangerously unselfish, enemies of ignorance, drumming to different dances, staging attacks in theaters, exploding in applause. Thank you very much for your kind attention and generous applause. On the drums, Mr. Lou Grassi. On the bass, Mr. Ken Filiano. On the saxophone, flute, and clarinet, our secret weapon, especially for diabetics in the house, Sweet Pea Odom. Jazz country vocals, the sixtress of Lowenberg, Ziggy Lowenberg.
been a great afternoon. I want to thank the Left Forum for once again sponsoring some musical pieces to their wonderful weekend. This is an amazing institution, and I've been proud to be part of it over a few of the years, and it just keeps getting better, so we're really thrilled about that. This ensemble was debuted last August at my own Dissident Arts Festival, which this year, it occurs on August 13th, uptown Manhattan at El Talier. And yeah, the gentleman who was here earlier performing with your group, that's his spot. So we will be there with about 7 or so acts will be happening this year. And so this Literary Warriors ensemble will be back for this one as well. And even though we can say it again later, please say hello to Ross Moshe Burnett on saxophone. Yeah. Laurie Towers on electric bass. I'm John Pietaro. So I thank you so much. We've got a few things to do today that we will be doing mostly old pieces that we will be making new, that will be relived through our improvisational music. The first piece is something by John Reed called In the German Trenches. And this is something he wrote for the Metropolitan magazine around 1918. You'd be surprised how extremely contemporary it sounds. Yeah, but you can go. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. They leapt along the French line in great bounds, without reverberation, smashing the doors of sound. Diabolical whistlings laced the sky, and shrapnel cracked suddenly near. Back over our heads and past, showering their screaming bullets. Cracking and splitting into the mud. A man yelled. The rifles cracked into a steady roll. Excited men pumped their hot breech blocks, spouting empty shells, firing them madly into the dark. For the rockets had ceased for the moment. mighty lightning bolts split the night. And the rousing accumulated thunder of a bursting big shell smote our ears and sent us reeling. Behind us, the German howitzers began again, and we can see the blasting flame leap from the Garnaten half a mile behind the French trench. The ground shook, and we were conscious of no rifle fire, so deafening was the heavy roar of the cannon. Shrapnel were bursting quite near us now, and we found ourselves floundering along in a staggering run toward the secondary trench. Our one confused idea to get back into the lieutenant's dugout. A heavy thing hurtled into the earth, 200 meters ahead, and blew up like a world exploding. Like a world exploding. Like a world exploding. For minutes, it seemed the air was full of hissing mud and singing steel. Thanks so much. Again, that was a work by John Reed. We're going to move on now to something by Langston Hughes. Langston Hughes is always contemporary, especially when he makes a statement that almost seems to be a spit back into the face of Donald Trump. Donald Trump has been telling us he wants to make America great again. Many of us have asked, great for whom? Langston Hughes, I'm not even sure what year this piece is from, but I'm thinking somewhere in the late 20s, he wrote something called Let America Be America Again. Let America be America again. Let it be the dream it used to be. Let it be the pioneer of the plain, seeking a home where he himself is free. America never was America to me. Let America be the dream the dreamers dreamed. Let it be that great, strong land of love, where never kings commence, nor tyrants scheme, that any man be crushed by the one above. It never was America to me. Oh, let my land be a land where liberty is crowned with no false patriotic wreath, but opportunity is real and life is free. Equality is in the air we breathe. There's never been equality for me, nor freedom in this homeland of the free. So who are you that mumbles in the dark? And who are you that draws your veil across the stars? I am the poor white, fooled and pushed apart. I am the Negro bearing slavery's scars. I'm the red man driven from his land. I'm the immigrant clutching the hope I seek and finding only the same old stupid plan of dog eat dog, of mighty crush the weak. I am the young man full of strength and hope, tangled in that ancient endless chain of profit, power, gain, of grab the land, of grab the gold, of grab the ways of satisfying need, of work the men, of take the pay, of owning everything for one's own greed. I am the farmer, bondsman to the soul. I'm the worker, sold to the machine. I am the black man, servant to you all. I am the people, humble, hungry, mean. Hungry yet today, despite the dream, beaten yet, oh pioneers. I'm the man who never got ahead, the poorest worker, bartered through the years. Yet I'm the one who dreamt our basic dream in that old world while still a serf of kings. Who dreamt a dream so strong, so brave, so true that even yet its mighty daring sings. In every brick and stone, in every furrowed brow, that's made America the land that has become. Oh, I'm the man who sailed those early seas in search of what I meant to be my home. For I'm the one who left dark Ireland's shore and Poland's plain and England's grassy sea. And torn from black Africa's strand, I came to build a homeland of the free.
Who said the free? Not me. Surely not me. The millions on relief today. The millions shot down, we strike. The millions who have nothing for our pay. For all the dreams that we've dreamed and all the songs that we've sung. And the hopes we've held and the flags we've hung. The millions who have nothing for our pay except the dream that's almost dead today. Oh, let America be America again, the land that never has been yet, and yet must be, land where every man is free, the land that's mine, the poor man's, the Indians, the Negroes, me. Who made America? Whose sweat and blood and faith and pain, whose hand at the foundry, whose plow in the rain must bring back our mighty dream again. Sure, call me any ugly name you choose. The steel of freedom does not stain. From those who live like leeches on the people's lives, we must take back our land again. America. Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes, I say it plain. America never was America to me, and yet I swear this oath. America will be. Out of the rack and ruin of our gangster death, the rape and not of graft and stealth and lies, we the people must redeem the land, the mines, the plants, the rivers, the mountains, and the endless plain. all of the stretch of these green great states and make America again.
Thank you so much. Again, that was a piece by Langston Hughes, Let America Be America Again. We want to do something now that is a rare original. What's that? Yeah. Right? I want my country back. It was stolen from us by a black president. Back from where? Where was it? Well, we know there's a lot of ignorance out there, and the nice thing is that we get a chance to gather every year here. People come from all over the country, in some cases other countries, to gather here. And some people say, oh yeah, they go again. The crying lefts, the crying radicals, they're going to gather together, and you know what? We need to gather together. Because we fed so much of the bullshit over and over again on the corporate news that it's time that we do gather together. Yeah. This is a piece that, thank you so much. This is a piece that I wrote in 2001. Actually, this is the second version. The original was in 2000, and it was published in what was then called the People's Weekly World newspaper. And it was inspired by a strike that was going on. Some of you might even remember it. A strike of the Domino Sugar workers in Brooklyn.
Yes.
And it was a hell of a strike. They put up a hell of a fight, and I went down to the strike line a number of times, and I actually sang this as a song. We're going to do it now, though, as a piece of poetry with some improvisation. And the title is Times That Try Working Men's Souls, and it's obviously a takeoff of the Times That Try Men's Souls, about the Revolutionary War. And this is a different kind of war, though. This is the working people's war. Yeah, just kind of about. Though they keep reporting that things are looking bright, the experts all agree everything's all right. There's nothing left to protest now, and nothing left to fight. Just leaves me cold, and the IMF keeps me out of the fold. The World Bank says they've got it under control, but these are times that try working men's souls. Mr. Citizen Worker eats crow every day, breaking his heart in the usual way. It's gray in the morning and dark late nights. In so many ways he can't see the light. Lady citizen worker's got no voice to speak. Tired and sore, her body will creep. Her children are hungry, they watch and wait. But this apathetic worker is her own fate. Management says conversation is banned, so speak in a hush and silently stand. Under the boss's thumb too long, the worker's frustration burns bright and strong. So meet in the dark, spying eyes can't see, and speak in the stark voice of unity.
No longer alone, lost pride returns. Now call them a union, and management burns. Taken to the streets, this movement just grew. Status can't divide us, nor the color of skin. We've got to be a red-green, multi-headed coalition. We fought through Homestead and Haymarket Square, from the New York streets to Seattle. We're there. It's a U.S. tradition for the masses. You see, the class struggle started. Solidarity. The WTO just leaves me cold, and the IMF keeps me out of the fold. The World Bank says they've got it under control, but here's the place, and now's the time to break the right-wing hold. Do a kind of compendium of some of the great left-wing writers, poets, if we didn't include a man named Michael Gold. Anybody know that name? Yeah. Well, I'm glad to see a couple of people say, yeah. It's, this guy was a brilliant writer, and he was one of the Communist Party's cultural leaders, and also wrote a column for the Daily Worker for decades called Change the World.
But he was also a guy who was very, very inspired by avant-garde art that he saw going on in Russia and parts of Europe, including futurism. And he was so inspired that he wrote this piece, which is a kind of, it was put to music eventually by a composer, and it was very, very, very modernist in its approach. So we're going to do one better, and we're going to go free jazz on it. It's called The Strange Funeral at Braddock. Listen to the drums of a strange American funeral. Listen to the story of a strange American funeral. In the town of Braddock, Pennsylvania, where the steel mills live like foul dragons, burning, devouring man and earth and sky. It is spring. Now the spring has wandered in, a frightened child in the land of steel ogres. And Jan Claypack, the great grinning bohemian, on his way to work at 6 in the morning. See buttons of bright grass on the hills above the river. Plum trees hung with wild white blossoms. And as he sweats half naked at his pudding trough, a fiend by the lake of brimstone, the plum trees soften his heart, and the green grass memories return and soften his heart, and he forgets to be as hard as steel, and remembers only his wife's breasts, his baby's little laughter. And he remembers cows and sheep and the grinning peasants and the villages and the fields of sunny Bohemia. Listen to the mournful drums of a strange funeral. Listen to the story of a strange American funeral. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. The furnaces are roaring like tigers. The flames are flinging themselves at the high roof. Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's 10 o'clock, and the next batch of flowing steel is to be poured into your pudding trough. Wake up, for a flawed lever is cracking. Cracking in one of the fiendish cauldrons. And now, the lever has cracked. And the steel is raging and running like a madman. Wake up! Wake up! Oh, the dream has ended. And the steel has swallowed you forever. Jan Claypack. Jan Claypack. A couple more to do for you this afternoon before we let you get out and enjoy the rest of Left Forum. Folks been getting out to some of the classes and seminars and things? Didn't have a chance to get to one this year. There's always next year. It's a problem, I guess, when you're involved in them. Sometimes you don't get to go to these things that you want. But I did get out to the exhibits and booths and spend much too much money on books. So there's always that to remember this by when I get my credit card bill next month. I would like to carry on with a piece by Bertolt Brecht. And then we're going to close with something else by Langston Hughes. So this is a piece by Brecht called To Those Born After. Give me a little flute, maybe. To the cities I came in a time of disorder that was ruled by hunger, but sheltered with the people in a time of uproar. And then I joined in their rebellion. That's how I passed my time that was given to me on this earth. I ate my dinners between battles. I laid down to sleep among the murderers. I didn't care much for love. And to nature's beauties I had little patience. And that's how I passed my time that was given to me on this earth. The city streets all led to foul swamps in my time. My speech betrayed me to the butchers. I could do only little. But without me, those that ruled could not sleep so easily. That's what I hoped. That's how I passed my time that was given to me here on this earth. Our forces were slight and small. Give me some flute behind me. Our goal lay in the far distance, clearly in our sights. It is for me myself, beyond my reaching. And that's how I passed my time, given to me on this earth. You, who will come to the surface from the flood that's overwhelmed us and drowned us all, must think when you speak of our weakness in times of darkness that you've not had to face days when we were used to changing countries more often than shoes, through the war of the classes despairing that there was only injustice and no outrage. And even as we realized hatred of oppression still distorts the features, anger at injustice
still makes voices raised and ugly. Oh, we who wish to lay for the foundations for peace and friendliness could never be friendly ourselves. And in the future, when no longer do human beings still treat themselves as animals, look back on us with indulgence.
lips across the shade brunette and flip, and the whirling fingers of Laurie Towers and electric bass. We got one last piece for you, and this is another Langston Hughes. I think this one is really what it's all about. It's another early piece of his, and it's called Good Morning Revolution.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's early Langston.
You guys just do
ever had. We're gonna pal around together from now on. Say, listen, Revolution, you know, the boss where I used to work, that guy that gave me the air to run down and cut expenses, he wrote a long letter to the papers about you. He said you were a troublemaker, an alien enemy. They better build a wall around you. In other words, you're a son of a bitch. He called the police. He told them to watch for a guy named Revolution. You see, the boss knows that you're my friend. He sees us hanging out together. He knows we're hungry and ragged. And I ain't got a damn thing in this world. And I'm gonna do something about it. The boss has got all he needs, certainly. He eats well. He owns a lot of homes. There's that big series of homes he's got overlooking the West Side Highway. He goes a lot of time on vacation. He breaks strikes. He runs politics. I'm pretty damn sure he bribes the police. Pays off Congress, wants to run them. And he struts all over the earth. But me, I ain't never had enough to eat. Me, I ain't never been warm in the winter. I've never known security. And all my life, I've been living hand to mouth, hand to mouth, hand to mouth, hand to mouth, hand to We're buddies, you see. Together, we can take everything. Factories, arsenals, houses and ships, railroads, forests, fields, orchards, bus lines, telegraphs, radios. Jesus, raise hell with the radios. Jesus, raise hell with the internet. And Twitter's been pretty active lately. Steel mills, coal mines, oil wells, gas. All of the tools of production. Great day in the morning. Everything. And turn them over to the people who work. Rule and run them for us, the people who work. Boy, them radios broadcasting that very first morning to USSR. Another member, the international Soviets, done come greetings to the socialist Soviet republics. Hey, you rising workers everywhere, greetings, and we'll sign it. Germany, sign it.
Africa. Sign it, Poland. Sign it, Italy. Sign it, America. America. Sign it with my one name, worker. And on that day, when no one will be hungry, when no one will be cold and oppressed anywhere in the world again, that's our job. That's our job. I've been starving too long. Good morning, revolution. Thank you so very much. Aren't you glad you stayed? Make your friends jealous. Tell them that you had a chance to see this wonderful event tonight. We are the Literary Warriors. Ensemble before us was UpSurge. I want to thank them very, very much for being part of this. We've got to thank the entire Left Forum and the people of the Left Forum for being here and being part of this whole thing. And of course, our wonderful technical folks over here. This is being streamed live, I think. Am I correct? Street life. So if anybody's in the mood to say anything to Donald Trump right now, I'm sure he's not listening to Left Forum, but you'll have your moment in the sun. Thanks again, folks.
Make your mama great again.